Now I'm going to really quickly show you how I made this lovely looking little cup holder. Now this is designed for the boat. So instead of your cup sliding about on the boat, fits in there perfectly. And all you'll do is you'll just fix this to the side of a bulkhead, like that. I'm saying it's designed for the boat. You could have it anywhere. You could have it in your shed, you could have it in your garage, you could have it in your garden. And all it does is your cup just slides in there like that. To start with, I took my measurements off my schematic and I found some pieces of wood that I could use the best of. So I've marked up the 2 pieces off the back, the 2 pieces off the base, the 2 sides and the front. Now as you can see, Fishlocker Junior has been marking out what he wants to cut out on this already. It's got a couple of bumps and it's still quite rough. So for the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the electric sander and smooth them all down. Now I have scribed on here where I want to mark them. I've had to scribe quite hard because the sander will take most of it off. But I know that the pieces that I need from the schematic I can get out of these 4 pieces of wood. Even though my sander has got a dust collector on, you will still get a few particles, so it is advisable to wear a dust mask. We've sanded down the pieces. You can see there, look, that's the difference. That's what it's like. That's what it was like. You've just taken the rough off it. You see the difference? And the same with this. That's what it was like. That's what it is like. You can see with these that a lot of my scribing has come off now. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to re-scribe them up over the old lines. You can still see where they were, but this wood's loads better now. Re-scribe them up and then we'll get them chopped. And all I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be using a handsaw. So I've scribed up all my own lines and I'm just going to cut them in a vise with a handsaw. Cut all the pieces now, and I've just slotted them all together to make sure they all marry up. So those sides meet, that meets. You can see there, look. This is where it all fits together now. I know it'll all work. So this is where I'll finish. See, like little marks like this. And that, it's time to sand them off now. That little bit of writing. Now I'm going to mark up. This is going to slot into there. So I need to measure this distance and mark it up into there. I'm going to drill a hole and then cut through. So I'll have a slot for this in there. All I'm doing here now is I'm going to be screwing it together. The screws that I'm using, I don't have the exact ones I need, but I just wanted some that were just long enough to go through and go into the wood. I don't want to split the wood, so what I'm having to do is I'm drilling a pilot hole first. Now these are 3.5mm screws, so I'm drilling a 3mm hole. So all I'm doing is I'm just lining it up. Now once I've drilled a pilot hole, I'm using a countersink. If I didn't use a countersink, the screw would go in and the screw head would still stick out. So by countersinking the hole, the screw head should sit flush to the wood. As well as a screw, what I'm using is I've just put a little dab of wood glue in the seam. There you go. You don't want to go too far with it because what you will do is you will end up splitting the wood. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach the bits to the bottom. Just attach them all a piece at a time until it's all together, and I'll show you. we've got the sides, got the front, got the bottom on. You can see I'm just testing it out. So it's literally, it just sits in like this. That was kind of the moment of truth, because if you hadn't have fit in there then it wouldn't have worked. But you can see there what I'm talking about. It just slots into there. Now we've just got to put the back on. It's finding which bits look best. I think they look best. I'll put them on. Put them on that way. Like that. Quick look. Yeah, that looks alright. So, like as before, I'll put a daub of wood glue along. Now you could use tack nails. You could use little tack nails and just tack it all in, but I didn't have any. I just had screws, so that's what I'm using. And like I said, the key is don't be too rough with your screws, because you'll just split the wood and you'll have to start again. There, I've just finished the last of the sanding on it. It's all together. That is the finished article. Now, the beauty of this is, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's supposed to look a little bit rustic. So, having a couple of like little holes in it where old screws have been, or where old nails have been, and the fact that the joins aren't perfect. One of the reasons why I use wood glue as well is the fact that when you use it in the gaps and you sand it afterwards, the little bits of dust go into the gap, so it fills them a little bit better. That is my cup holder for the boat. Watch. Fits in perfect like that. Now you could have it mounted to somewhere like this. So literally you can just put your cup in. It needs to be tight. Like the cup just fits, can you see? There is no gap. It doesn't rock from side to side, and that fits right down to the bottom there, so it sits flush, so it is solid. So once that's attached to the boat, it's not going to slide anywhere. You could put it anywhere you want. I mean, you could put it up on here if you wanted to, and I'd just have it as a cup holder there. But that is it. Made out of a couple of pieces of pallet wood. You can do a couple of things with it now. You could either paint it, you could varnish it, you could leave it as it is. You could leave it that rustic style. I think what I might do is I might try a bit of varnish on it. I'll try a bit of varnish on the back first to see how it looks. And then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, dead easy.